Okay, I've talked before about can you do it and whether or not it's worth doing as far as joining or beginning a fitness program. And in the video where I actually talked about can you do it, I lifted some household items, basket of laundry, like a paint can, some different things like that to show that you are physically capable of doing these things. Even if you are limited physically and have got deconditioned, you're overweight, if you have limitations, start somewhere. You might have to get involved with a physical therapist before you can do some things, depending on what past injuries you might have had or anything like that. You might be starting from a very beginner atmosphere, but you can do it. Don't let anything stop you from beginning. Whether it's just walking and moving on from there, it might be spending 5 minutes doing something and then growing from there. Start and progress. That's what it's all about. And that's what I want to talk about today. People get overwhelmed with everything. And the reason I started thinking about this is because of business. And there's a lot of times where I'll get overwhelmed with business and things like that. And everyone gets overwhelmed. I want you to understand that no one's perfect and everyone is going to run into problems. A lot of people you see on these videos on the internet, on TV, they have done many things in order to try to look perfect. And think about your own life. Like when you go out in the day, you try to make that the best representation that you might have of yourself when you go out, so that other people look at you, as perfect as you can be in their eyes. And that's not how people are. That's not the reality of it. People have struggles. People have obstacles that they have to overcome, and people aren't always perfect. So don't look at videos that you see online. Don't look at people that you see on TV and think that perfection exists. It doesn't. So just because you see these things, it might have taken somebody 30 takes on a movie to do something, or on a video that you see online, and everyone just tries to make sure that they're seen in the best light. But don't let that be the belief that you have. And a lot of times that holds people back because they don't think they can do things, because everyone wants to do things perfectly. Don't worry about perfection, worry about progress. And a lot of people will tell you that. But what I want to talk about today is you can do it. And I want you to look at breaking things down to the simplest form, and can you do those things? Starting a business and becoming involved in things like that, management and different things, if you just look at the whole picture, a lot of times you think that you can't do those things and that you don't have the skill sets to run an organization or run a business. Those are things that I ran into. When I first started getting into fitness, I started looking at the same thing. Well, that's a big program. If you're new, you're starting something like P90X, you're starting CrossFit, it can look very overwhelming. So if you're starting a new program, don't look at the whole picture. Look at it as the most basic thing, and can you do that? So what I tried to do with business is like, do I have something that I can do that brings value to people? Can I give something? Can I help someone? Yes, I can do that. Can I take care of the financials and make sure that the books are done? Okay, I can do that, check. And the more things that you can check off that you actually know you can do, the less overwhelming it becomes. So let's start talking about if you are a new employee, you grow. So you got to make sure that you know the basics first before you can start looking at the big picture stuff. You don't just walk into a new job and everything is perfect. You have to learn the basics. So let's try to break things down to the basics. Now I have 5 things up here, and they're just random things. This isn't an order. It's not 5 specific tasks or anything like that. It's just 5 basic things that I want you to look at. And I want you to think about, can I do these 5 things? If you can, then try to look at everything in that same way. So if we're talking about getting involved in a fitness, making a life change and trying to be different, and I believe that anyone can do anything. Anyone has the ability to do whatever they want to do. So go out and be great. So can we do that? Let's look at some basics. Can you drink more water, or can you drink water with 1 meal? So, okay, maybe I can't tackle this whole fitness program today. Maybe it is overwhelming to me. But can I drink water with 1 ml? Most people would say, yeah, I can do that. I can drink water with that ml. Okay, let's start with that, and then we'll gradually build. And I've talked about gradually building before, but I'm just saying, if you start breaking everything down in a program, so the program says exercise 5 times a week, eat the, 6 healthy meals this week, whatever it might be, whatever the program is gradually building to, can you do one thing from that program? And of course, you're going to be able to say, to commit to that, yeah, if you're only asking me to do one thing, I can do that. Well, all you have to do is do that one thing many different times. Don't be overwhelmed. So if that's the one thing, everyone, yeah, I can drink water with 1 ml. Okay. Next, can you walk more? Yeah, I can walk more. I can do that. That's simple. Well, if I put those two things together, you just said you could do one, you could probably do both. That's what I want to start getting to is, okay, can you exercise? If you just go up and ask someone, can you exercise more? Can you exercise once a day? They're probably going to say yes. But when you start saying, can you do this program? It's like overwhelmed. Oh, you're asking me to work out 5 times a day. No, I'm just asking you to work out once a day. In your head, you're putting that together to be 5 times a week, which seems to be overwhelming because it's a bigger commitment. But really, all I'm asking you to do is commit to working out once each day. I'm not asking you to work out 5 times in one day. Next, can you eat better at 1 meal? I think everyone would agree. Yeah, I can eat better at 1 meal. I could change that 1 meal and eat something healthier. But when you start looking at a whole meal program, it's like, man, that's a lot. I can't change my whole diet and lifestyle. You don't have to. You just have to change the 1 meal that's in front of you. The next one, can you repeat these things? Because that's all you have to do is start being able to repeat the minimum changes that you're putting into place. You just have to be able to do it over and over and over. So, if you can get it to where, yes, I can change that one drink to water. All right. Then all you have to do is the next time, change that next drink to water too. You don't have to change everything in the world at once. You're just changing it one thing at a time. And if you look at it that way, things seem a lot more realistic and a lot more attainable. It's how do you eat an elephant? 1 bite at a time. Things like that. That's really how it works. You can't go and move a mountain, but if you go get a shovel and start digging, eventually the mountain will go away. And that's how you have to look at developing habits and making sure that you can do these things is take them one thing at a time, make sure that you take care of whatever you're putting in front of you, and you can do it. Don't make it a lot bigger obstacle and a lot bigger goal than what it really is. And if you really start breaking it down, you'll build confidence in yourself. You'll understand I do have the abilities to do the things I'm asking myself to do. I can't do them all, but I can do them one at a time.